Hi again then guys, and so we've got another Special Projects replica build for you today, and this time it's a replica of an even higher level performance version of an existing car on the game, and the car is the Mercedes CL of the C215 shape, which is also the car that's already on the game. A car which is, in my opinion, kind of underrated. It's a good car, I think. Essentially a two-door version of the Mercedes S-Class, and that is more what it's kind of been changed into now. On the game, though, we only have one version of this car, which is, of course, the CL 600. We, though, are replicating the essentially top-level version of this car. Now, I believe there was also a CL73 of at least one or two of the generations, but we're not going for that one. We're going for the CL65, which is the top-tier AMG model. Now, as far as the visuals, it's a production model, so you can pretty much go for whatever colour you want. I've opted for silver, but choose whatever picks your fancy. As far as the rims, there are a couple of different options. It does have slightly more spokes because it's a higher up AMG model. So the rims that I've gone for are the Race 57 Extreme rims, I believe they're called. It may be 57 Extreme or 57 Ultimate. I can't remember which one, but it's one of those two names. And they are fairly close to the actual rims on the CL65. So there's no real need to go over to the visual tuning garage for this one. It's a non-premium model, of course, so we'll go straight over to the mechanical tuning garage for the setup, and then of course take it out to the track to see how it handles itself. Now, as always, of course, I do like to make these builds as rounded off and relevant PP-wise as possible, and as you can see, we're running 520 PP in this particular replica. Now, as you can see, this car is a heavy hitter. It's got big power, big weight, big torque, and a big price. Now, we've gone for sport softs because it's more of a street-based production build. Standard brakes for the exact same reason. You do need to be aware, though, that you will need to brake a little bit earlier because the brakes are, of course, bringing a lot of weight to a halt, especially with the amount of speed that you're going to have given the car's power. As far as the suspension, we've got the ride height on 120 front and rear, springs on 875 and 625, the dampers on 4, anti-roll we've left on 3, neutral camber and tow. For the gearbox on this one, the settings that I could find indicated that the gearbox was essentially the same unit used in the CL600. So you can change them if you want, but those do seem to be the most accurate. As far as the diff, we've got halfway on initial torque, acceleration and braking as low as possible. Just like with the brakes, we've left the clutch, flywheel and prop shaft stock to give it that more authentic feel. As far as power, you want to have 604 horsepower because that's how much power the actual CL65 has. So we've got a stage 3 engine tune. We do also have an oil change, sports computer, manifold, cat and intake. So basically everything except the exhaust on this particular one. And as far as weight, and this really is fortunate in the case of this car, you want to add 200 kilos. So we're literally running the absolute limit of ballast. Thankfully, and this really is thankfully, the real car weighs exactly that amount. So it's a real good job that it doesn't weigh more than that, because it means that we can get the exact weight. So that's it overall for the mechanical setup of the C215 shape CL65. So now let's of course take it out to a racetrack to see what a car with so much weight and power feels like. Now, given its power and its weight combination and the sheer size of the car, this isn't going to beat race cars anytime soon. But what it is big, powerful, it's stylish, and it's classy, and it's fun. You can get the tail out when you want to, you can definitely shred those tyres for a bit of fun, and overall it's just a really classy, enjoyable car to drive. So if you decide to use this replica, obviously I hope you find it fun and competitive, and that's it overall for this particular build. So I'll see you guys next time, and as always, thanks for watching.